So the New York Comic-Con just wrapped up over the weekend, and there was a bunch of Hasbro reveals, specifically from the Marvel Legends, Star Wars The Black Series, G.I.Joe Classified Series, and of course, Transformers, which we will be talking about in this video. So let's get right to it. Let's begin with Marvel Legends, since they only had one new thing to show during the convention. They showed a bunch of the Secret Wars figures, which we've already seen at the Pulse event, but they revealed one big thing, and this is the X-Men 97 Sentinel, and it is big. It just comes right out of the cartoon. It just jumps out of your screen, and it's so cartoon accurate. And if you're a big fan of the X-Men 97 and you collect Marvel Legends, you are going to love this piece. It's a perfect army building thing, and it's a little pricey, I think, with just the right amount of accessories. And I don't know how big this thing stacks up with the HasLab version. I think it's almost the same size. I don't know, I could be wrong. Yeah, it's definitely a great display piece, but I don't think I need this, so this is something I will be passing up. On to Star Wars The Black Series, with the Skeleton Crew coming in December. Hasbro decided to reveal a bunch of Black Series figures, and here's the main cast. They look okay. You know, I'm beginning to think that Hasbro should be doing figures for every single Disney Plus show that comes up. I mean, maybe not all the characters in one go, unless they think that this show is really going to be a hit and all the characters are going to be popular. But they look okay. It's just I don't think there's something that everybody's going to be excited about. The characters look... It's kind of how you feel about Ghostbusters churning up just the additional characters, other than the four major ones. So I'm a little on the fence on this one. You got a new main character played by Jude Law, and it's okay. Molded trench coat, much like Gambit. Great head sculpt though. And then we have the werewolf from Star Wars. I don't know, this alien kind of reminds me of one of the side alien characters on the Force Awakens. I don't know if that's the same species, but yeah, they look okay. It's just I'm not excited about these figures. I'll have to wait and see if the show's any good. It looks good based on the trailer, but the figures are just not getting me pumped up. I'm sorry, I'm not pre-ordering these. And on to the GIJoe Classified Series. Man, the GIJoe Classified Series is really killing it this year. They've got some amazing product and tons of amazing reveals every time. So let's begin with the retro carded series. Now we're getting the Cobra Viper. This figure was one of my favorites growing up as a kid, and I think they nailed it with that classic look. Even the gun, I think they've colored it gray just to mimic the gun that he had in the 80s, and he's got another blaster. No Nerf looking guns here. They look very realistic. The backpack, they got it right, and those red gauntlets and gloves. I mean, the colors back in the day, the 80s, were just really bright, and this is what you get, and lots of nostalgia with this figure. Then we have what I think everybody wants now, is the retro carded Dr. Mindbender. I'm really not into this guy. I don't know why. I never liked him on the show, never liked the figures. There was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that was just released, and a lot of the collectors out here in Manila, I've seen them just selling off the set at marked down prices. I'm not really interested in this guy. He's based off of a wrestler who's become a mad scientist. Kind of kooky, but you know, that's how GIJoe was. You know, bright colors, really gaudy mix of colors, and it's just the craziest characters. But this one, it actually looks good. It looks like the old 80s figure. I don't know, from the way the photo looks, those could be soft goods on his trench coat. I don't know, somebody let me know. They kind of feel molded, but it'd be great if those were soft goods. I'm not sure. Last figure for the retro card is Rock and Roll. We've already had a Rock and Roll, a modern adaptation of that figure with the beige top and army green pants. This one is all green colors, much like how he was first released back in the 80s, the old 3.75-inch O-ring figure. This was his first version, and he looks great. This is actually the one I'm most interested in out of the 3 reveals. And I think they kept the head sculpt. I don't know if they're gonna keep the hand with the skull. I don't think they had it. They don't have the the hand with the tattoo of the skull mouth. I don't think they'll have that with this one, but he does come with his Gatling gun. He's decked out and just has this old 80s classic look. It's looking pretty good. Some render reveals. We've got finally Footloose. One of the first figures my brothers and I had was this guy. He looks great. I mean, lots of nostalgia. I think it's a regular release, not a retro carded, but I think they got it. They got most of the aspects of this guy. He's got that bazooka, the M16. Really cool deco on this one. And then we have something that I'm not quite familiar with. It's called the Trench Viper with a bunker. I think they had this I don't think it was part of the old 80s line, but it could be part of the G.I.Joe versus Cobra line or comic book. I don't know, but he looks great. It's a repurpose of the Alley Viper and some of the accessories from other figures. And here he is with that bunker. Wow, what a great playset. Oh man, I just have no emotional attachment to this figure or this character. It's the first time I'm hearing about the Trench Viper. I could be wrong. I could have just missed it, or maybe we stopped collecting G.I.Joes when this one was released, but he looks great. Then we have, as part of the generic, the military line, we've got a firefighter. This one's actually pretty good. He's just really nice. He could work well as a blowtorch or backdraft figure to accompany your other G.I. Joes, but wow, lots of accessories and a great body sculpt. And then we have this, the mass device 2-pack of a polar bear and Snake Eyes. Are they doing a mass device series? I mean, they'll have several characters with accessories. I'm actually conflicted with this one. I do love Snake Eyes, but this is my least favorite look of him. This is his first ever look in the cartoon, where he sacrifices himself to save his other comrades. It looks good, but I don't think I need it. More render reveals, this time from the retro card. We've got Crystal Ball. I think the whole gimmick of this guy back in the 80s was his shield had this lenticular sticker on it that would move and change. I thought that was pretty cool, but I thought this was a very funny character. Wasn't really interested in him. And then they tease this. This is I think this was the 3rd version of Snake Eyes, or the latest version of Snake Eyes, where he was decked out. I think it was a 4th version though, because this came after the one with the Naginata, the huge nunchucks. I don't know which one they're actually doing, but based on this picture, I think they're doing. Was this part of the line, the Ninja Force line? I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't read the caption on this photo, but this looks good. This really looks good. I think I'll be getting this more over that mass device Snake Eyes. I think I had this figure growing up as a kid, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was. I don't know if it was Ninja Force or just regular Snake Eyes, just one of their reveals in 1987 or 1988. I could be wrong, but let me know in the comments what this version of Snake Eyes is. But it looks great. I'm very excited for this one. And finally, moving on to Transformers, and we begin with, oh my goodness, what is happening, Hasbro? We've got Naruto as part of the collaborative line, Kurama and Gamakichi, and I don't know what to make of it. I'm not into Naruto. I never watched the anime, so This is a hard pass for me. Sorry. Yeah, it's I don't want to be mean, but it's it's pretty horrible. I'm not, my goodness. It's Leo Prime and Rat Trap, or Tasmanian Boy. The beast modes look interesting though, but no, hard pass. Another collaborative we have from Star Wars, The Mandalorian. We've got the N1 Starfighter transforming into Din Djarin, the Mandalorian. And this one actually looks great. That alt mode, wow, really cool. Would have been nice if it were just a smidge darker in color, maybe more glossy, more reflective, more shiny, or shinier. But it looks like standard Transformers gray plastic. I'm sure customizers will have a field day with this one, but yeah, it looks good. The sculpt looks good. The robot mode actually looks great. That base turns into his shield, his pop-up shield. Ding. And then he's got his weapons, I think. Is that the Beskar Spear? So yeah, he also comes with a couple of blasters. The blast effects do work on the blasters too. Yeah, it looks very interesting. But after reviewing the Knight Rider, I think I'm just really done with collaborative Transformers. Okay, more Studio Series. Gamer Edition from War for Cybertron. We've got Skywarp. This is an inevitable figure, I think, and we'll probably see Thundercracker down the line. But yeah, it's great that they're doing all the Seekers for this line. This figure comes with a new gun, which I thought was pretty good. The colors on this alt mode, I mean, it just really pops. I mean, I love that purple. Absolutely gorgeous, but no. I don't think I'll be getting this one. More Studio Series. This is a repaint of Scorponok from Rise of the Beasts. We've got a double punch. Yeah, that figure was really successful. A lot of collectors were really into that figure. I personally have not picked up that figure, Scorponok. Maybe waiting for it on clearance. But yeah, the colors on this one, I'm not particularly interested in it. It's not really exciting for me. But yeah, double punch, repaint of Scorponok. Why not? Does he have a new head sculpt? I don't know. I think he does. And again, a fantastic looking alt mode. Oh wow, that gray on this one, the grayish silver, really nice. Okay, and then we have probably the most annoying figure of the line. I don't say it's annoying because it's horrible. I say it's annoying because I think this is just an example of how lazy Hasbro can get. After giving us fantastic new molds for Ultra Magnus and that amazing legendary figure of the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, we were all expecting that they'd give us a new Galvatron mold. I mean, not the Kingdom mold. I mean, I think we're already past the War for Cybertron trilogy molds. And what does Hasbro do? They just get the old mold. They probably assemble, I hope they've assembled those shoulders properly, and just slap it with cartoon, movie accurate colors. And they're probably just thinking, you know, it's from us. Collectors are just gonna eat up whatever we give them. This is just annoying, okay? They could have given us a brand new mold, a much bigger mold, maybe. I'm sorry, this is beyond annoying. This is just vexing because you've done so well with Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime, and you go back to being lazy. But the colors are great. They really look great, and I don't know. I sold off all my Galvatron figures thinking that, you know, we're gonna get a Studio Series 86 version. It's gonna be great, and we get the same crap. And finally, this is probably the best reveal from the Transformers line. We finally have Hatchet from Dark of the Moon. This is, I think, a lot of what collectors have been waiting for since the Studio Series line started, and it's looking great. I know I've already quit the Bayverse Studio Series line, and I know I'm gonna hate this figure, but I just can't resist a sort of Cybertronian hound turning into an SUV. And he was one of my favorite things in the movies. Dark of the Moon, I just hated that movie for some reason. I don't know why. I loved Revenge of the Fallen, but Dark of the Moon just really I don't know. It just didn't sit well with me. But one of the cool things about that movie was this hound. One of the berserkers was actually a Cybertronian hound that turned into an SUV. That was pretty cool. And I might just go ahead and get this one. So there you go, folks. That's it for New York Comic Con. Let me know what you guys think. Were you impressed at all with any of these reveals, especially the Transformers? Was there anything that you really liked in particular, or was there a lot of things that you did not like? Were you overall pleased or very much displeased with the reveals for this year's New York Comic Con Hasbro reveals? Let me know in the comments, and as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.